Section 3 of 8 Harvard Poets. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Larry Wilson. 8 Harvard Poets, Section 3. Poems by J.R. Dos Passos. The Bridge. The lonely bridge cuts dark across the marsh, whose long pools glow with the light of a flaring summer sunset. At this end limp bushes overhang, palely reflected in the amber-colored water. Among them a constant banjo twanging of frogs and shrilling of toads and of insects rises and falls in chorus rhythmic and stirring. Dark, with crumbling railing and planks, the bridge leads into the sunset. Across it many lonely figures, their eyes aflare with the sunset, their faces glowing with its colors, tramp past me through the evening. I am tired of sitting quiet among the bushes of the shore, while the dark bridge stretches onward and the long pools gleam with light. I am tired of the shrilling of insects and the croaking of frogs in the rushes, for the wild rice in the marsh pools waves its beckoning streamers in the wind, and the red sky glory fades. Salvation Army. A drum pounds out the hymn, loud with gaudy angels, tinsel cherubim, to drown the fanfare of the street, and with exultant lilting beat, to mingle the endless rumbles of carts, the scrape of feet, the noise of marts, the dinning market stalls, where women shout their wares and meat hangs out, grotesque, distorted by the gas flare's light, into one sacred rhythm for the devil's spite. A woman's thin, raucous voice carries the tune, bids men rejoice, bathe in God's mercy, draw near and learn salvation, see with their own eyes the mystery. Cymbals at the hands of a tired girl, slim wisp amid the swirl of crowded streets, take up the tune, monotonously importune. Faces are wan in the arc light's livid glare. A wind gust carries the band's flare of song in noisy eddies echoing round lonely back street corners, till with distance dimming it fades away among the silent dark array of city houses where no soul stirs. The crowd thins, the players are alone. In their faith's raucous monotone, loud with gaudy angels, tinsel cherubim, a drum pounds out the hymn. Incarnation. Incessantly the long rain falls, slanting on black walls, which glisten gold where a street lamp shines in a shop window spangled in long lines. By raindrops all aglow, an Italian woman's face flames into my soul as I go hastily by in the turbulent darkness. An oval olive face with the sweetly sullen grace of the Virgin when first she sees, amid her garden's silver lilies, the white-robed angel gleam, and softly, as by a sultry dream, feels all her soul subdued into the fire and radiance of her ecstasy. So in some picture on which, as on a lyre, an old Italian painter laboriously has played his soul away, his love, all his desire for fragrant things afar from earth, shines the Madonna, as with a veil overlaid by incense smoke and dust age old, at whose feet, in time of dearth or need, a myriad men have laid their sorrows and arisen bold. Incessantly the long rain falls, slanting on black walls, but through the dark, interminable streets, along pavements where rain beats its sharp tattoo, and gas lamps shine greenish gold in their solitude, the vision flames through my mood of that Italian woman's face through the dripping window pane. Memory. Between rounded hills, white with patches of buckwheat, whose fragrance fills the little breeze that makes the birch leaves quiver, beside a rollicking swift river, light green in the deeps, like your eyes in sunshine, Winds the canal, lazy and brown as a water snake, full of dazzle and sheen, where the breeze sweeps the water with gossamer garments that shake the reeds standing sentinel, and the marginal line of birches and willows. Our little steamer pulls its way with jingle of bells and panting throb of old engines. In stiff array the water reeds wave and solemnly sway to the wash and swell of our passing. Among the reeds the ripples sob and die away, till the canal is still again, save for a kingfisher's flashing across the noon's shimmer. I stood beside you in the bow, watched the sunlight lose itself among your hair that the breeze tugged at. Bright as the shattered sun rays where the prow cut the still water, the warm light caught and tangled there, red gold amid your hair. You were very slim in your blue serge dress. We talked of meaningless things, education, agreed that unless something were changed disaster would come to the nation. You smiled when I pointed where a group of birches shivered in the greenwood shadow, up to their knees in water, white and fair as dryads bathing. A row of flat white houses and a wharf glided in sight. The hoarse whistle shrieked for a landing. Bells jangled. You were standing, a slim blue figure, amid the wharf's crowd. The little steamer creaked against the side. Loud screamed the whistle again. Monotonously the solemn reeds waved to our passing. Ahead the canal shimmered, blotched green by the water weeds. With a grinding swing and seesaw of sound, the steamer slunk down the canal. I never even knew your name. That night, from a dingy hotel room, I saw the moon, like a golden gong, redly loom across the lake, like a golden gong in a temple, which a priest ere long will strike into throbbing song, to wake some silent, twinkling city to prayer. The lake waves were flakes of red gold, burnished to copper, gold red as the tangled gleam of sunlight in your hair. Saturnalia. In earth's womb the old gods stir, fierce Chthonian deities of old time, with cymbals and rattle of castanets and shriek of slug horns. The north wind bows the oak and the moaning fir, on russet hills and by roadsides stiff with rime. In nature dead the life gods stir. From Rhadamanthus and the isles where Saturn rules the age of gold come old, old ghosts of bygone gods, while dim mists earth's outline blur and drip all night from lichen-greened roof tiles. In men's hearts the mad gods rise and fill the streets with revelling, with torchlight that glances on frozen pools, with tapers starring the thick-fogged night, a dance like strayed fireflies, mid dim mad throngs whose Saturn's orisons sing. In driven clouds the old gods come, when fogs the face of Apollo have veiled, a fear of things unhallowed, strange, and a fierce free joy flares in the land. Men mutter runes in a language dead by night with rumbling drum, in quaking groves where the woodland spirits are hailed. To earth's brood of souls of old, with covered heads and aspen wands, mist-shrouded priests do ancient rites. The black ram's fleece is stained with blood that steams dull red on the frozen ground, and pale votaries shiver with the cold that numbs the earth and etches patterned mirrors on the ponds. When that April? Is it the song of the meadow lark off the brown sere salt marshes, or the eager patches in dooryards of yellow and pale lilac crocuses? Or else the suburban street golden with sunlight and bare branches of elm trees twined in the delicate sky? Or is it the merry piping of a distant hurdy-gurdy that makes me so weary and faint with desire for strange lands and new scents, for the rough rhythmed clank of train couplings at night, and the stormy gay-tinted sunrises that shade with purple the contours of far-off unfamiliar hills? Night Piece. A silver web has the moon spun, a silver web upon all the sky, Where the frail stars quiver, every one like tangled gnats that hum and die. The moon has tangled the dull night in her silver skein, and set alight each dew damp branch with milky flame, and huge the moon broods on the night. My soul is caught in the web of the moon, like a shrilling gnat in a spider's web. Importunate memories shrill in my ears, like the gnats that die in the spider's web. Lovely as death in the moon's shroud were town streets, gray houses dim, full of strange peace in the silent night. As we walked, our footsteps clattered loud. We felt the night as a troubled song. Oh, the triumphing sense of life athrob! Behind those walls, in the dark streets, like the sound of a river, swift, unseen, flowing in darkness. Oh, the hoarse half-heard murmur, swirling beneath the snowy beauty of moonlight. And that other night, when the river rippled with faint spears of street lights vaguely reflected. Gray the evening, like an opal, lo, a gray moon shrouded in sea fog, air pregnant with spring, rasp of my steps beside the lapping water, within the dark, down the worn out years, a sob of broken loves, old pain of dead farewells, and one face fading into gray. A silver web has the moon spun, a silver web over all the sky. In her flooding glory, one by one, like gnats in a web, the stars die. End of Section 3.